All right, we're going to do our sheet sets. What are sheet sets? Well, you remember what they used to call blueprints back in the old days, where you had several pages, 20, 30, 40 pages of plans that were used to build a house with. That's basically what I'm going to create here, and I'm going to show you how to create them, and then of course you would apply the same um, method or whatever to all of your different sheet sets. So here's what I do to start with. I have my floor plan, my first floor plan right here on the screen. That's what I want to make of my sheet. So I'm going to make a first floor plan sheet. Up here in the tab bar, you want to click on the view tab. And then in the ribbon, you're going to go way over here to the right, and where it says sheet, and you're going to click on that. And then you will select your title block. Now the title block comes from a title block that I made in order to use this one. You'd have to download it from Schoology and put it in a folder on your computer. And then, of course, once you use it one time, then it will always remember it right here in this box, and then you just click on it to highlight it to use it again. And I'm going to click OK to load the sheet. And here we are. Here is our sheet. Okay. All right. And next thing I want to do to put something in this, because there's nothing there right now, obviously. I'm going to go back to my project browser, and you see where I have floor plan level 1 right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to left click and hold down that click button. I want to drag this over to the sheet, and then I'm going to drop it. And it should appear here. Wait a minute. Okay, it is already there, I think. That's it right there. I zoomed out, and now, of course, you can see, it's moving around. So actually, I have to make one more click right after this, and I'm going to left click again to drop the floor plan. Now, as you see, it doesn't quite fit on the sheet. This is the floor plan that I want here. Now, I really don't want all my plantings and all that stuff, and I'll show you what we're going to do with those here in just a bit. Now, if it doesn't fit like this, what I need to do is go back up here to my floor plan level. Floor plan level 1 and change the scale. I want to change the scale. I'm going to knock it down to, right now it's at 3/8 1. I'm going to knock it down to 1/4 1. All right, so there it is. 1/4 equals 1 foot. And I'm going to go back to that particular sheet, and it looks like it will fit on the page now. So I'm going to move this around, and what I'm targeting is I'm getting my floor plan itself onto the sheet. And you can see the sheet border across here, down here, through there. Then there's the title block. Okay, so I want to get it fairly centered, like so. Let's see, maybe down just a little bit. It's not going to cooperate. All right. Okay, there it goes. That's a pretty good spot right there. Now, what I want to do is I want to start turning things off, because I don't want all the trees. There's a whole lot of stuff here that I do not want on my sheet set. I do want my dimensions for the floor plan, obviously. So what I'm going to do is go here to Visibility Graphics. Now, there's some things that we can just turn off, and it'll turn off a whole bunch of things at one time. Then there might be a few things left over that you'll have to go down to the little eyeglass thing here at the bottom and temporarily hide them, so you can actually make an image of your sheet. And again, Visibility Graphics. Now I'm going to turn off. And let's see, because I just want my floor plan, I'm going to turn off columns. I'm going to turn off, I do want to keep my doors. And let's see, electrical equipment, I don't want that on this particular plan. I will do that on another plan. I'm going to turn off furniture systems, lighting fixtures, lines, mass, mechanical, plantings. I'm going to turn all that off. I'm going to keep my plumbing fixtures on. When I do a floor plan, I just kind of like to have the plumbing fixtures in there. It seems to me like those are just really part of the floor plan, of course, because they're not going to move anyway, typically. Here's more plumbing. Wait, no, I said I was going to leave those on. Okay, railings, ramps, raster, turn off roofs, and turn off site. And I'm going to keep stairs. And I believe that is it. So I'm going to click OK to accept all this. And as you see, a lot of stuff has disappeared. There's a few other things that I want to get rid of. And they may not be in any specific category that we looked at. So at this point, what I want to do is activate this window, my viewport. They call it a viewport. If I hover my cursor over it just like this, then that's kind of lighting up that viewport. So I'll get on it and I double click and that activates it. So now I can go in here and adjust individual things. So I'm going to turn off all my sidewalks. Not going to delete them. I'm just going to get in here to these eyeglasses and temporarily hide the element. Okay, I'm going to hide my gardens. And if you want to select more than one item at a time, just hold down the shift button and then click on the items that you're going to hide. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Hold down on the control button and then click on other things that you're going to hide. Okay, I'm going to hide the back porch here and hide my fence. Okay, and then go down here to the eyeglasses and then hide elements. So those are all hidden. So now I have my floor plan on a sheet, and I can actually enlarge this just a little bit more. So I'm going to, and if you have the sheet activated, you can actually adjust the scale right from here. So I'm going to adjust my scale over here, and right now it's a quarter. I want to change it back to 3/8. See what that does for me. Okay, and then of course drag it back to the window. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, before you start dragging it, make sure you're out of the viewport. So click over here to get out of the viewport. Now I can start dragging my viewport around. Okay, looks like it's going to be a little bit too big to get all of my dimensions on there. Of course, I could go back in and fix that if I wanted to. See if we can move this one up. Sometimes they're a little stubborn when it comes to trying to move this stuff. Move that about right here. It kind of snaps when it gets to an appropriate location, like that. And now the reason those are out there like that, so far out from my house, because I had other elements that they were measuring around that have since been hidden. Find that little snap point right there. Now those are kind of close. Well, they are kind of close. Sometimes it doesn't snap. You just kind of have to pick a spot there. Okay. You know, just as long as everything looks fairly pretty much consistent. All right, so now I have my floor plan. This is my first floor plan. It's got all the dimensions that I need. It's got, you know, the image of the floor plan itself, so someone could actually start building that first floor off of this. So that is a sheet. Next thing I want to do is go down here, and I haven't named it yet. As you see, it's right down here. It says unnamed. So I'm going to right click on that, and I'm going to type rename. And I want this to be an A sheet for architecture. A. Okay, and then actually I want this to be 1. Now if I make more sheets after this, then it will automatically name them A-02 and then A-03. And it's going to be floor plan level 1. So floor plan level 1, click OK. And I have named it. Now I'm going to go right click on it again and tell it to save somewhere. Let me click off and then click back on it. Should be a selection to save as an image. And am I in the right spot? I believe I am. It says save to project as an image, but it's not lit up. It should be lit up. I don't know. There's something else that I did here, I guess. Maybe I'm still in the viewport. Let me do that. That's probably it. Save to project as an image. So I want to save this sheet set to the project as an image. I'm going to set my pixels to 4,000 if they are not already set to 4,000. Typically it defaults to 512. 512, that's too small, or too small of a resolution. You want it to be enough resolution to where you can read the numbers and the lines and stuff like that, or any text. Now I'm going to name it, and I'm going to name it just like it is named down here in the project browser. Name it A-01 space dash space floor plan level 1. All right, and I am done. To kind of see what that looks like, now there's a sheet inside of your renderings, and inside here it says floor plan level 1. I double click on that. There it is right there. And if I zoom in, I can double check my resolution, make sure that I can read everything. All right, now you'll have to do floor plan level 2 as well. And the next video, I'll show you a little bit about doing a foundation plan. You got to just turn off a little bit more stuff, and I think you have to change some of your view depths and things like that.